At para pag-usapan ang katatapos lang na Game 2 ng NCAA Men's Basketball Finals, kasama natin ang mga batikang analyst ng NCAA na sina Mikee, Reyes at Migs, Bustos. Guys, welcome back to The Score.
Thank you.
Another, si Migs, galing pang MOA to. Nag-aabol pa ng traffic. So, another great game between these two, yung rivalry nga ng Letran and San Beda. Pero ngayon, panalo naman ng San Beda. Anong adjustments yung nakita nyong ginawa ng San Beda dito sa Game 2? I'll start with Migs.
Well, they improved on their inside points because they scored a subpar number nung kanilang Game 2. Ngayon, they scored 59% of their scoring inside the paint, or that's 40 points out of their 68. So, siguro dun yung naging adjustment ni Coach Jamaica na talagang tumutok siya kina Adiogun, kina Art, and kina Mocon din sa ilalim. So, that proved to be a driving force para makontrol nila itong game na to.
Na-mention niya kanina na medyo binabad na niya talaga yung mga starters niya. Mikey, gusto ko tanong sa'yo, bilang isang guard, anong nangyari naman kay Rey ng bata? Is it jitters ba or may ginawang something special itong San Beda?
Well, I don't think they're jitters kasi nga he played well naman ng first game nila. And I think Rey ng bata is tested naman. It's his third season na with Letran. But then yun, malas lang siguro din eh. Because even his free throws weren't going in. If it were all inside, well, he had a lot of drives na talagang ganda ng help defense sa kanya. I'm sure they were ready for him, as well as the other two of the big three. Well, with Nambatak naman, kung pati free throws niya hindi niya ma-shoot, I think it's really just a bad game. But we know how he can play, we know his potential, so I'm sure he's gonna bounce back in Game 3.
Si Mark Cruz had 16 points in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. Ngayon, going into Game 3, ikaw, Migs, kung ikaw yung nasa sapatos ni Coach Jamaica, do you allow Mark Cruz to score and shut down everybody else? Or do you try to shut down Mark Cruz and let the others beat you?
Well, siguro it's just really up to Coach Jamaica to pick his poison. So, siguro doon na makikita kung saan mas nag-work yung depensa, saan at the same time siya mas makakuha ng more positive notes. Because he can choose to pick Mark Cruz. Sige, si Mark Cruz na pitarahin nyo, everybody else, wag na. But he can also choose to sige, teka, bantayan natin si Rakal because siya yung gumawa ng Game 1.
Yeah.
So, it's just really up to their defense. Pero ideally, sana, hindi na lang gumawa yung tatlo para mas malaking chances nila of winning Game 3.
Sa parang nambagit nga ni Coach Alan Gregorio kanina, it's for Letran to win, it has to be the big three plus the supporting cast.
Yes.
Kung ikaw naman si Coach Aldin Ayo, Mikey, anong adjustments, if any, will you make going into Game 3?
Well, I think minor adjustments lang because you want to stick to the system, yung mayhem defense nila, which was still evident today.
Turnovers.
Kasi even if nanalo yung San Beda, talagang dumepensa yung Letran. I think they were not making shots. That's for me, the whole story for Letran today was they weren't making shots. So, minor adjustments, you still have to play the same defense, you still have to take the same shots, and then hopefully lang, next game. Well, law of averages naman, you're not gonna see them play that way 2 games in a row. So.
Another question, ito naman si Basera Mer. How big a factor, alam natin hindi siya halos 100%, practically the entire season. How big a factor is Basera's health and his play making, will it be in this Game 3?
Well, even though he scored 9 points today, but he grabbed 9 rebounds and 4 assists. Kanina, nung napanood ko live during the tip-off, talagang fired up siya eh. Talagang he was ready to lead his teammates. Para na nga siyang extra assistant coach ni Coach Jamaica even though he was in the bench. Game 3, I believe, even though he won't score, but ideally he should. Pero come Game 3, yung everything that he has to do everything, rebound, assist, as much as possible, lessen those turnovers. Kasi siya yung parang nag-play na ng point guard kanina eh. So he has to be responsible for lessening the turnovers. If they do that, they really have a good chance.
Yung pace ng game kanina, even though it was a little low scoring for a San Beda game, who do you think favored that pace of play?
Well, the run-and-gun game naman, both teams, they run a lot from the start of the season naman. But I think it was really dominating the paint. Yun yung naging difference. Tinatakbo ng San Beda, but at the same time, sa ilalim sila kumukuha ng puntos. They're giving it to Art, to Ola, which is the advantage of any team has against Letran. But then at the same time naman, you don't want to change it, you don't want to slow it down for Letran kasi sila rin naman mawawala ng weapons kasi that's what they do eh. They shoot threes in the fast break. McJerlouis, maganda nilaro kanina. So talagang the pace, parehas naman silang ganun tumakbo. Talagang breaks of the game lang din siguro.
Meron ba kayong nakikitang magiging X factor or yung tinatawag na magic bunot sa Game 3, Migs?
Well, Game 1, it was Soberano. Game 2, it was Smokon. Game 3, let's see. I think, I would go with Raj Tongko.
Raj
Raj
Tongko.
Tongko.
Played very minimal minutes kanina.
12 minutes lang siya kanina. Pero I think, if magkakaroon ng talagang X factor or magic bunot, kasi he can score in bunches eh. He can be the spark even though he's coming off the bench. Pero he can score at will if he wants to.
Ikaw, Mikey, for Letran, X factor.
All season long, I've been saying that Letran doesn't have a legit big man. And I think I owe Jom Soliano an apology. Kasi the way he's been playing, underrated big man. Hindi siya ganun kalaki, of course. Mas malaki kasi pag bantay niya sina Ola, but then how he stretches the floor, yung may floater siya. So he stretches the floor, then Ola has to come out on him. So when sina Rakal drive, medyo mapapaisip pa rin si Ola. So I think Jom Soliano has been the quiet hero din dito sa finals.
So you think siya magiging X factor?
For me,
Okay, predictions.
Oh.
I don't want to put you guys on the spot, pero we only have 1 day rest between Game 2 and Game 3.
Yeah.
Predictions, who wins, and why?
Well, no bias. We'll just, of course, base it from objectivity and how we see it.
Nasa lista naman tayo. Ako UP ako eh. UP ako.
Kaya wala tayong kompi dyan.
But before that, wait. Sino may momentum muna? Who has the advantage?
San Beda.
San Beda. Both of you agree?
Yes. Kasi they played a good game today. Well, going back to your question, I think also San Beda. Because, syempre, coming into the last game, you would always base it from who won it last. And ngayon, I think San Beda has found its groove back. Medyo nawala lang sila nung kanilang game 1. But ngayon, if they stick to their game plan, just stick it down low, play good defense, control those turnovers, game 3 will be a good chance. High probabilities for them.
Well,
Hindi si Mikey.
Well, it's easy to say San Beda naman because San Beda has the experience advantage. San Beda has they're known to be more composed, especially they've been there, done that. But for me, the way we've been doubting the Knights all season long before the season, every game, kahit nananalo sila, hindi, tsamba lang yan, hindi, mawawalan din yan. So I think they're used to having their backs against the wall all season long. And I'm a fan of the small ball type of system. And I really like how Coach Aldin sticks to his players. Kahit si Mark, kahit nagmimintis na, hindi, dyan pa rin yan, Ray ng bata kanina, I'm sure next game, siya pa din yung nandun. So, I think Letran ako.
Letran. So, Mikey Letran, Migs and Beda. Okay, abangan natin yan. Game 3 again is on Thursday at 4 p.m. Live sa Sports in Action. Mikey, Migs, thank you once again for joining us on The Score.
Thank you.